This is the Hayes Realty Real Estate Podcast. Hayes Realty is a team of former Big Five banking foreclosure specialists committed to helping homeowners win in the real estate market. Their knowledge of the foreclosure banking industry, combined with their deep understanding of the Southern California real estate market, have enabled them to meet the needs of many homeowners facing foreclosure. Here's the host of your show, Emmett Hayes.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hayes Realty Real Estate Podcast. Thanks for tapping in with us another week. So we know, it's kind of a interesting time right now. We're hearing the word recession being thrown out a lot in the media and all this other type of stuff. So a lot of people hit me up and, the questions I get over and over again is this recession going to be like the 2008 crash? I mean, is the market going to completely bottom out like it did in 2008? And the simple answer to that question is no. These are two totally different things. Now, I previously spoke about, is this really a recession in one of my previous podcast episodes? And I said, I don't really see this as a recession. It's more like an adjustment. So you may want to go back and check out that episode if you haven't already so you can get up to date. But, the difference between 2008 and now is in 2008, that crash happened because millions of homeowners were buying homes that they couldn't afford. So the lending institutions came up with this interest-only loan, which gave people a teaser interest rate or a low interest rate initially for 2 to 5 years. And then the interest rate would adjust to what the current interest rate was at that time. So let me give you an example. That means that back in 2007, 6, 5, and all that, people were getting loans, interest-only loans, and saying, okay, we're locking in this interest-only loan at 3% interest for 4 years. Now, keep in mind, at that current time, interest rates may have been like 5%. So you're locking in this teaser interest rate at a 3%, but in a couple of years, it's going to adjust. Now, lenders at that time were telling people, oh, well, interest rates are higher now, but they'll probably go down. So when it adjusts, it'll be about the same. Your interest rate will be about the same. So the adjustment won't be that much. Telling you anything you wanted to hear to be like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. All right, well, let's do it. So you're getting this interest-only loan at 3%, but interest rates are currently at 5%, and you're hoping that in 3 years or 4 years, whenever the loan is time to adjust to the current market rate, you're hoping that it's going to be close to where your interest-only loan is at. That wasn't the case. Once people's loans started adjusting, you had a 3% interest rate that then goes up to a 6% interest rate. So now people's mortgage payments were doubling, tripling. And so there it goes. That's how the problem started. Now people's interest rates are doubling, their payments are doubling and tripling. Now they can't afford the house anymore. So you got millions of people that were in this situation because they were all getting interest-only loans because they couldn't afford to buy a house with a true 30-year fixed interest rate showing all loan docs or showing all financial paperwork in order to qualify. See, back then it was basically no doc. Whatever you say you make is what you say you make, and we're going to get you this interest-only loan. So you didn't have to prove it. So that right there is one of the differences between now and then is ever since that 2008 crash, you've had to prove that you make the money you say you're going to make if you're going to get a home loan now. And now, here is a quick word from our sponsors.
Hey, this is Dr. Jarrett Patton. Do you need more positivity in your life? No matter what part of your life you want to transform, positive affirmations can help you achieve your goals. But sometimes making permanent changes can be difficult. Designed with you in mind, License to Live. Daily affirmations to rebuild your life will inspire and equip you to become the best version of yourself. License to Live. Daily affirmations to rebuild your life will set you on the path to changing your mindset, beliefs, speech, and ultimately your actions. You can change your life now by getting your copy at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your finer book retails, or licensedtolive.com. That's licensedtolive.com.
Something smells good. EH3 coffee. EH3 coffee. Premium organic. Nothing better than waking up. EH3 in your cup. Premium organic. EH3 coffee. Nothing better than in the middle of your day. EH3 coffee. Premium organic. EH3 coffee. EH3 coffee.
Order your bag of EH3 coffee at eh3coffee.com, or you can find us at walmart.com.
This is Dr. Jarrett Patton. You are listening to the Hayes Realty Real Estate Podcast.
So all the people now who qualify and buy houses, they are fully qualified. They can afford the house. So that's how they got the loan. Back in the early 2000s, people couldn't fully qualify, so they would get these interest-only loans and didn't have to provide no documentation. So then once their mortgage adjusted out of the teaser rate, now they're paying 3 times more a month than what they were paying. They can't afford that anymore. So then what happens? It goes into foreclosure. And that's what happened in 2008. You had millions of people buying houses that they couldn't afford. And then once the interest rates on those interest-only loans adjusted, their mortgage payments doubled and tripled. Now they can't afford those houses. And so then you add the fact of people who are buying rental houses with these interest-only no-doc loans. Those rentals, during that crash, those tenants lost their jobs. So now they're not paying the rent, which means the owner has to pay the mortgage. And now you're having to pay a mortgage that has doubled or tripled because your interest-only loan has adjusted. So what happens? You lose that house. You can't afford it anymore. So you had a massive effect of that going on in the early 2000s, which caused the market to crash in 2008. This go around, it's not even close to that. The market has been on fire so much because interest rates have been so low that the Fed had to stop the market from going crazy. They had to stop home prices from going up sky high because it couldn't be sustainable. So all they did was increase interest rates. And what does that do? That it creates a ripple effect because all these people hear it on TV and on the news. And so now people just slow down, stop buying. Oh, we got to wait and see if the crash is coming. We're going to be able to get properties super low and all that. I tell people this all the time. Out in Los Angeles, we got the Olympics coming soon in a couple of years. Property value is not about to bottom out in Los Angeles. You got the Olympics coming. Come on, that's big money. Property value out here, it may go down a little bit, but it's not going to bottom out. So basically, the Fed had to slow down the economy because it was doing so good. Versus in 2008, people were buying houses that they couldn't afford. And eventually, those interest rates adjusted and a massive catastrophe happened. Huge bunch of foreclosures, major foreclosures. You're not seeing that this go around. Why? Because all the people who bought homes in the last 10 years, 12 years, they all were fully qualified. The bank was not messing around with those no-doc interest-only loans anymore. Matter of fact, they were putting people through lots of scrutiny to determine if you could qualify for this loan. So in turn, you have a lot more qualified buyers in houses. So they're not losing their jobs. They're not having to deal with an adjustment on their interest rate because they got a teaser loan. They're not having to deal with any of that. So foreclosure, while it's gone up some, it's not really gone up that much. So in the grand scheme of things, 2008 crash is nothing like the adjustment that's going on now in 2022. So I would suggest if you are somebody who's able to buy, then you go ahead and buy. No need to wait. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. On a side note, I want to mention that I go to Amazon, you go to any of your book retailers and get my book, Giving Up the Game, How to Win in Real Estate. Check it out. If you want to reach me, you can hit me up on Instagram at Hayes Realty 100, or you can hit me up on Facebook at E Hayes Realty. Until next time, take care, everybody. Do you need any help with any real estate needs? Maybe you need to sell a home, or maybe you're looking to buy a home, or maybe you're going through foreclosure and need help in navigating through that. Reach out to Hayes Realty for all things real estate. Give us a call at 1-800-217-0034. We got you.